Meat and curve feel the same. Too much pleasure is pain. My girl spites me in vain. All I do is complain. She needs something to change. Need to take off the edge. Forget it all tonight. And don't tell me to shut up when you know you talk too much, but you don't got shit to say. I want you out of my head. I want you out of my bedroom tonight.
Good morning, guys. So it is 10:36 on August 13th, and I am starting a mini cut. So I technically started yesterday, in that all my macros went down yesterday. I'll show you those later. It's 10:15. I act like it's 6 a.m. Our neighbor has chickens. So that's cool. So starting this mini cut, this was totally planned. This wasn't like I went off the rails and I have to backtrack. This was, all right, I'm bulking from, it was like the beginning of May. So it looks like May 4th is when I really started. And now it's August 13th. I had planned this. I have gone from May 4th was 147 pounds. Today I haven't put my weight in, but today I was 166.6 was my first reading, and then when you saw it on camera it was 166.4. So I'm just gonna go with 166.6, because that's a weight that I've had pretty consistently lately. I've gained almost 20 pounds, which is pretty crazy. I would say about 20 pounds though, because we put 145 when I was doing like carnivore keto, so I was pretty lean then for me. And then starting this cut or bulk, I've put on quite a bit of mass. So one thing I've loved about this bulk is I've maintained like a decently lean stomach throughout it, and I actually had a leaner stomach than when I weighed when I weighed less last year. So that was like a big accomplishment for me. Definitely gotten stronger by the week. My digestion's gotten significantly better. Whatever, we can talk about it, but I know a lot of us can have pooping problems, and I'm someone who can just go days without pooping, and it sucks, and it makes you feel even more bloated and like you're retaining weight or water or whatever it is. You just feel like crap. So with this is the first time I have gone like every single day. So that is huge for me, and I think regardless of the physical gains I've had in this bulk, just the like health benefits from it have been amazing. So I'm really excited. I'm excited to start this cut because it's like, you know, even though you want to gain weight, there's a point where you're like, oh my god, I feel so gross. So, you know, your clothes are tight and you do notice the body fat starting to pile on. So it's good to do a reset for metabolism, for insulin sensitivity, for body composition, mental health. So back to the main event. 4 weeks, mini cut. And this will be cutting my macros pretty drastically. I'll put them on the screen what my macros were before. So at the height of my bulk, and granted I did increase every 1 to 2 weeks, but at the height of my bulk, I was carb cycling with a low day, a moderate day, and a high day. The low day being higher fat, lower carb, and the high day being higher carb, lower fat, and moderate, obviously, in between. Protein stayed the same the whole time. So as you can see here, on my high day, carbs were 350, protein 220, and fat 60, with the calories being roughly 2820. On my moderate day, carbs were 300, protein 220, fat 70, And on my low day, carbs were 250, protein 220, fat 80, calories being 2710 and 2600 respectively. So I'm going from 2820 at my high day to about 1800 on my low day. You can see now my macros are 140 carbs, 200 protein, and 50 fat, with a caloric goal of 1810. And I'm not carb cycling now, so I'm just doing straight macros every day, which is nice because you can plan to eat the same thing every day, but I like the concept of carb cycling because it's not hard for me to eat less when I'm working, and those would be my low days typically because they would end up being my rest days. Whereas now everything's just low. So it's kind of irrelevant now. As low as things are, I don't really mind that I'm not carb cycling. And I know that that sounds like as low as things are, and those are macros that many of you are stuck on forever. I know before this, I was eating less than that every day. So the idea of eating 1800 calories to cut is pretty exciting for me because I've never cut at that high of calorie. Now, granted, I don't know if I'll respond. I hope I will because I'm dropping from such a higher number to that. But next week I have another cut. We have this planned out where every week I cut macros again. So just kind of watch how my body responds and go from there. So if you want to see a full day of mini cut eating, you got it. But first I'm going to do my measurements. So
white shirt, now red, my blood, you know, sleeping, you're on your tippy toe.
Here's breakfast. So the first thing I do every day is drink a pH water. So Ben Pakulski talks about creating an alkaline environment in your gut when you start the day and how that helps with digestion, how he felt like it helped with his body composition even. Has it helped me? I don't know. I think that I've had a decently good body composition for this bulk. And I've done this every day. How much does that help? I'm not sure, but I will say that it does help me get a little bit of extra water in. And I'm someone who usually starts the day with quite a bit of coffee, but at work what I'll do is I'll fill up a Tervis, drink that, and fill up a shaker, finish my morning assessments at work, and then I'll be drinking my shaker until noon. So point being, I'm not really drinking water until afternoon, so this helps me get in some water in the morning until I actually start drinking my gallon later in the day. So when I first started this is when I started intermittent fasting, and with that I didn't start eating till noon. Now it's 11:15. At this point, I mean, I started all that back in March, but at this point I still don't really eat till noon or 11. So I'm a little bit more flexible in that I can eat at 11, or I'll start cooking breakfast at 11, that kind of thing. Or I can be more flexible if we go to brunch with friends. But pretty consistently, I don't eat till after 11. This has helped me very much mentally because I don't have to think about food until noon. When my days are really long, like when I'm at work and have to start work at 6:30, so I'm up at 5. If I started eating then, I would have such little food at each meal if I spread them out throughout the day, whereas having every day consistently eating from 12 to about 10 p.m., so I'm pretty flexible with it, I have 4 meals and they're all about the same size, which is nice, and they're the same size from day to day, whether I work or don't. Do my vitamins and have some coffee, get started on breakfast, and let's get this day rolling.
White shirt, now red, my blood, you know, sleeping, you're on your tippy toes, creeping around like no one knows, think you're so criminal. Bruises on both my knees for you, don't say thank you or please. I do what I want when I'm wanting to my soul. tough guy, like it really rough guy. Just can't get enough guy, just always so buff guy. I'm that bad type, make your mama sad type, make your girlfriend mad type, might seduce your dad.
It hasn't been super long. It is 1:45. Had breakfast, got my phone on the floor, drank my coffee. Now I'm gonna go to the gym, and since I'm doing 3 20-minute list sessions and 3 20-minute hit sessions this week, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the gym now. I normally don't go this early, but I'd rather just get it over with. I'm pretty hyped up on caffeine right now, so I'm gonna just knock out my cardio in gym, come back, relax, maybe hang some pictures and stuff this evening because we're still kind of moving in. But for now, I'm gonna make a intro workout shake to start drinking when I start lifting. So I'm gonna show you how I make that now, and then we're gonna head to the gym.
Have no need to fight tonight.
So it's now 7:35 p.m. Went to the gym, drank my workout shake, intro workout, and then did my cardio, did 30 minutes on the Stairmaster, and came home, did some shopping, so now I'm gonna have dinner. So I use this meal prep company called Not Yo Mama's Tupperware, and it's pretty cool. So every week they post a menu, and with the menu they post the macros for each of the dishes. So we'll put in our order of how many of each dish we want, and then when I go into my FitnessPal, I just add like a quick add of the macros of the meal that I'm having. Now Travis likes to go in and create the meals as like a create food and add the macros, but since the menu changes every week, usually most items will change. It's just easier for me to do the quick add. So the menu from this week is here, and tonight I'm having the taco boats. So if I go to their macro tab here on their Instagram, click on that, I can find the taco boat, and we get the 6-ounce option, so we kind of upgrade the protein because we increase the amount of meat. So there are the macros for that. It's 34.6 carbs, 12.6 fat, and 48 protein. And then I just round up 1 gram. So when I put it in my FitnessPal, I just quick add that meal. And so I put it there on meal 5. So I'm just gonna go heat that up now, and I'll show you what it looks like. And then later I'm having protein puppy chow, which is also by Nacho Mamas, and that's the same deal. I just add in the macros on quick add. So it's pretty cool. Yeah. Time for dinner. Right? Sorry. That's gonna stay. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is awful. Ah.
Cast me far